All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another week of weekly psychic readings. So we are doing this from the 28th of January through till the 3rd of February. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to give you a review and a bit of a psychic insight of the week ahead and what's going to come up. I always ask, I work with my guides, my spirit guides. I always ask them to come close to give everyone out there exactly what they need for the upcoming week and give them any healing that they require over the next week, any information. Okay, cool. If you just give me a sec, I'll just seal off and we'll get started. All right, so yeah, it's funny. There's a funny energy here, and it's like it's interesting because it's actually Australia Day on Monday, and there's an interesting energy around the place. Like there's this energy around celebration and good times and having fun and enjoying yourself and getting together with people you love, having a barbie, a few beers, whatever it may be that you like doing. And this real togetherness and happiness and stuff like that. But then there's this other energy that's kind of like going, well, what are we really celebrating? What's going on here? Like basically we screwed over the people that were here in the first place, and what are we celebrating? The fact that we screwed them over. And there's this real, there's a heaviness to it, and there's not a nice energy actually. And I'm just getting reminded, I don't normally do this, I was just at the market and I was standing there at the stall, and I've got this t-shirt on, one of my favourite t-shirts. It says white people and the damage done. And the woman at the counter said, basically, what the hell's going on with this shirt? What is that? And I looked at her, and the easiest way I could explain, or that I could interpret what this means, is look at, white people have basically stuffed up the country, or white people have stuffed up the world. Look what they've done. This is actually an American shirt, but yeah, but it's that thing, and it's that sort of heavy energy there. But what we can do, instead of going into that, oh, look what's going on and all this sort of thing, because that just kind of perpetuates that dark, that heaviness energy, that sort of energy which is not, there's no growth in that, there's no give in that, there's no kind of freedom in that, there's no love in that. It's just really dark, it's nasty, it's angry, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. So what you can do is celebrate the fact that people are more aware these days. You can use that celebration energy, and instead of going in a dark energy, actually go, hang on a minute, people are more aware of actually what's going on, people are more aware of actually giving back to the earth, people are more aware of giving back to the native peoples that were here way before we came. So this is that thing about when you start giving the energy of love instead of the energy of fear, or they're telling me, I don't normally use this word, but hate or disgust or anger or frustration or resentment or suppression. Suppression and anger is not going to help suppression and anger. The best way to do that is to give love and to give understanding and to, look at where you can go from now on. So the way this relates, they're telling me for the week ahead, this is really about, look at those areas in your life in which, you basically get frustrated, you get pissed off sometimes, you get quite angry about things. And they're saying, how do you look at these things? How are you able to, see something in which is, not very good, is frustrating, is upsetting, is, and actually kind of looking at through new eyes, through a new way, and go, okay, well, what can I do about this situation? How can I look at this a little bit differently? How can I start giving, space, they're saying, not even love, but how can I give space to this situation, and how can I take that angst out of it? and how can I look at it in a different way and in a different perception, and really start to, instead of perpetuate, that grindingness, that friction, that unhappiness, how can I sort of look at it in a different way and go, okay, so I can have more forgiveness. I can have more acceptance. I can have more evenness. I can have more objectivity, whatever it is, because this is that thing. If you don't start looking at different ways in which you can tackle an issue or a concern or some sort of pattern in your life that it keeps coming up, you're just going to keep walking down the same path. You're just going to keep walking down the same road. You're going to get the same result. And then you're going to be wondering, why the hell does this keep happening to me? It really is kind of ridiculous when you look at it in that way, and I do this just like everyone else does. So it's that thing about look for, different ways. Don't try to so much look for a solution, but it's just about experimenting and trying different things and trying different ways and seeing how that works, and giving yourself a bit of credit for when you do this or you do something different. Even if it doesn't work, it's like, all right, cool, I tried that, it didn't work so well, I might be able to modify it. Okay, so getting on, and they're saying we're not going to so much go through the days of the week, all right, so they are in a different way, all right. So Tuesday, it's about, it's about acceptance. So, this is about, it's not about accepting a situation that is harmful to you in any way. It's not about accepting a situation which is detrimental to you in any way, but it's about accepting your feelings around this, and then creating a way in which you can start doing things in a different way, in which you can start learning in a different way, that sort of thing. So Wednesday is about forgiveness. So this is about, what kind of thought processes or energetic processes, emotional processes are going on, which are stopping you from moving ahead, which is stopping you from forgiving, which is stopping you from actually seeing the clarity in this. So this is about having some forgiveness either for other people or a situation or yourself. And how can you move through that? And how can you actually see it for what it actually is, which is something like, hey, I created this in my life because I needed to sort this stuff. And so because I haven't sorted it, I've hit a brick wall. So, possibly the only way I'm going to get through this is start to forgive myself, the situation, that kind of thing, to be able to move past it. Okay, Thursday, what's on Thursday? So Thursday is about giving back. Okay, so we're going to be giving back, but they're saying, giving back can be giving back in a lot of different ways. How can you give back? So this could be as simple as when you're walking down the street and you smile at somebody for no reason at all. You're giving back, you're giving them love. How can you give back to yourself? How can you give yourself a break, from that mind shatter that's going on? Or how can you give yourself some time out? Or when you get home, how can you give back to your children? It could be something like you just come home from work, or you see them whenever during the day, and you just give them a really big hug, and you just say, I appreciate you, I love you. How can you give back to your children or your partner in the same way? You might be able to take them out to dinner or make them something, or just say that you love them. So this is all about giving back in different ways. It could even be giving back to the earth. So this can be, something like just really admiring what is around you in the environment, what is there for you. So this is, okay, so we'll get moving on. So Friday, what's on Friday? So Friday is about fun and excitement, and it's about really, and they're laughing, they're saying, no, we didn't miss a day. This is going to be something else for Saturday and Sunday. So Friday is about excitement. So this is really about, how can you bring in more joy into that day? How can you bring in more joy into that Friday? They're saying, a fair few people out there look at Friday, it's like, oh, it's the end of the week, I've got to get a bunch of stuff done, I can't wait to, have a bit of a break and this sort of thing. But it's really about, if you're doing this stuff, it's almost like you're doing it, it's difficult, you're carrying stuff on your back, it's quite heavy. So this is about, how can I be in the moment? How can I create excitement with this? How can I create more fun and more joy? And before you know it, whatever you're doing is over. So this is about creating more excitement in your life, or looking at things in a different way and saying, how can I make more joy or more of an exciting time about something that I've done, 4,000 times or whatever. So it's about getting out of that mundane groove. Okay, Saturday. So Saturday's, this is about openness. So this is about how can you be more open to yourself? How can you think about things in a different way? How can you give yourself some more breathing space? How can you be more open to the people around you? Or be more open to your lifestyle, or more open to other people? How can you how can you not go down the same way that you've always gone? So this is about openness and newness, and it's a bit about creating space as well, but leave it at that. Okay, Sunday. So Sunday, all right, this is about compassion. So compassion can be, it doesn't have to be to a 100% specific thing. They're saying that would be easier because it'll give you a focus, something to focus on. So this could be compassion for, somebody who's having a difficult time. You could just send them some love, send them some compassion. This could be compassion for yourself. This could be compassion when somebody frustrates you, or your flatmate. They're saying, this is for somebody out there that their flatmate really pisses them off sometimes. So this is about having compassion for their situation and that sort of thing. So, this can be compassion in a bunch of different ways. They're telling me to just, you get the gist of things. So, okay, we'll just see, is there anything else? All right, the last thing I just want to leave is, how are you creating more success in your life? Just have a think over the next few days or the next week, and, just say, what kind of things would I really want to succeed in? And how can I create more success in my life? How can I, enjoy myself and really allow that to flow through? So it is about doing things, but it's also about allowing as well. Okay, we're going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. I always enjoy doing these weekly readings. So give me a comment, tell me what you think. Like my page, like my YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to speak to me about a private session, I do lots of different things. So check me out on Golden Lotus Healing and Reading on Facebook. Alright, cool. See you all later. I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful time. Bye-bye.